I flew on Frontier for the first time. This is Strikeout Beer. What is going on, everybody? How are you doing? Welcome to the Strikeout Beer podcast. I'm RD, flying solo tonight. This beautiful, beautiful North Texas Thursday. Nice Thursday, baby. And it's time to get after it. Oh, my goodness. What a, had a day off. Went to Vegas. Flew Frontier. Yeah. It's, I don't know what I'm going to do going forward with that place. But, anyway, just real quick, let me go ahead and show you what I'm drinking tonight. We have Shiner Black Lager, little Schwarz beer, 4.9% alcohol by volume. Now, I got some stuff to write down. This is kind of an older beer. It's a, what we got? January 7th, 2024. This is a package date. Had this beer for a while. I thought I was going to roll it through, but it was a hot day, and all I could think about was fall time. So let me just go ahead and crack this thing. We'll talk a little bit about it, and we'll go over some other information. Love Schwarz beer. There we go. Let's take a look here, see what's going on. If I can pour this properly. How is everybody doing? How is your week treating you? It's Friday Eve, everyone. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Black as your ex's heart. Look at that. Oof. It's so damn dark. Now, if you put a light up to it, you'll have little hues of red that you'll see down there. Beautiful little light, super light tan head. Perfect head on it. Carbonation's absolutely immaculate. Just sitting there about a half inch. Oh, yeah. Let's get a little. There'll be some roasted malts in there. Oh, I love it. It really does just, that's dark. What's up, Lizzie? How you doing? So go to shiner.com/beer/black-lager/. The facts on this beer is availability year round in bottles, cans, or drafts. Bottles or cans, just clap your hands. First brewed in 2007, a 4.9% alcohol by volume. I mentioned that. 18 on the IBU, super easy drinker here. And then we have roasted barley malt. That's the malts. And then the hops is Czech Saaz. I don't know how to say it. It's Saaz and Styrian hops. Yeast is lager. Color is dark. SRM is 50. Here's some tasty notes for you. Staying true to the old world style, this Schwarz beer is brewed with roasted malts and Czech Saaz and Styrian hops. I know I screwed that up again. I apologize. Our black lager is surprisingly soft on the palate with a subtle caramel sweetness and mild coffee flavors. They brought some hardware home. They got a bronze in Australian International Beer Awards in 2013, 2012 Great American Beer Festival, 2012 European Beer Star. There you go. Pairs well with smoked ham and cheeses, s'mores, rock concerts. I like that. I like that a lot. Nice. Real nice. So anyways, that's what I'm having tonight. This beer I generally reserve for fall time. I love Schwarz beer. I love lager, dark lagers, black lagers, and things like that. And it's a real smooth, easy drinking, light on the bitterness, quite smooth. And as they mentioned, you're going to get a light little coffee taste, very mild on the sweetness. So it's nothing crazy. Not, the caramel in there, caramel, whatever you want to call it. It's very good. Very nice. Now, taking a look at this, you got on Beer Advocate, they got a score of 79, which is just okay. They put that there. I don't know why it's a 79. Average score of 3.45, 565 reviews, 1,560 ratings. This was added back into 06, actually, November 2nd of 06. And then you head on over to Untapped. You've got a little bit. Let's see. Shiner's Darkest Brew. Bohemian Black Lager is nearly opaque in color, yet still approachable in taste. The Schwarz beer is available year-round and features a clean lager finish, rare in beers of its color. Well, yeah. B from Owen House, what's up? How are we doing? Welcome in. This thing's been checked in 74,000 times. 58,000 of those are unique, 100 on that. I think when people see it, when they see a black lager, they expect it to be quite bitter. They don't know what to think because it's a dark beer. Well, it's a super light drinkable. It's a it's a lager. You know what I mean? So It's easy drinkable. Average score 3.47 out of 51,000 ratings. So there you go. Yeah. Good. It is quite good. So anyways, I decided to go to Vegas. This was like a couple months ago. I was sitting at lunch. We were at some taco joint downtown, and I was texting Liz. I was like, hey, you want to go to Vegas? Right now, the tickets are $45 each, I think. I think it was $45. And she goes, yeah, I want to go. I said, okay, cool. $50. You want to roll? She goes, yeah. I go, hey, it's on Frontier. And she's like, okay, I never flown Frontier. I go, well, guess what? Me either. And, everything seems somewhat normal. I've flown Spirit. I have flown Spirit for years. No issues at all. And all of a sudden, like the checkout process is fine. It gives you like a million warnings because if you've never flown a budget airline before, here's a heads up. They ask you, they want you to pay for your bags right then and there. It costs, you have to pay to either bring a bag on or check a bag. You can have a personal item, but your personal item better fit within this box. It's this big. And if you can't get it in there, it costs money. If you screw around, jerk around, and wait for the last minute, Milton in the house, what up? If you wait around and screw around, it will cost more. So you're better off almost just paying the fee and packing a bag or checking a bag or something like that, unless you know for a fact that you're packing light. Lizzie and I were going for a day. It was a day trip. We haven't had one in a while. Ticket prices are back down to being reasonable. Actually, quite reasonable. I mean, where can you go for $40, $45, right? So they agreed to fly me 1,000 miles west and then 1,000 miles back east. I was like, I'm in on that deal. I'd make that deal. Made the deal, and then as we're getting closer, we get an alert saying, hey, guess what? Your flight it doesn't exist anymore. We were out like a 5 or 6 o'clock flight. We're going to get there early because we're going to leave early. Now, some day trips I've done, I got there at 7 a.m., and I've left at 1 a.m. I've spent 24 hours in Vegas, or away, right? Lizzie drops me off in the morning. I go, I'll see you in 24 hours. She goes, all right. And then some day trips, we've gotten out there at 10 or 11 o'clock, and we've left at like 8 or 9 o'clock. Still, no big deal. And in this one, I'm like, okay, it's a little bit early, 5 a.m. All right. And then what? And it's like, all right, well, it got delayed. Now you're leaving at 11:30 or so. You're going to get in Vegas at 12:30. I was like, well, our returning flight leaves at 6:30. We're TSA pre-checked. I'll tell you this right now. That's one of the best things that we've done so far when it comes to travel. TSA pre-check, easy peasy. You just pretty much put your wallet and your phone in the scanner and walk through. No belts taken off. You keep your pants on. Don't worry about your shoes. Nothing. Right through, right? And there ain't no sneaking in that shit. Like all these people like, oh, I thought this was they'll kick your ass right out. You put your license in, they take a picture of you, boom. They say, go ahead. So anyway, real easy. Loved it. Loved that part of it. I thought it was great. It's like $78 for 5 years. I highly recommend it to anybody that gets on a plane once a year or more, right? Anyway, so we land, we get there. The flight I'm on, you can really tell that it's a budget airline by the personnel on the plane. Not the staff. The staff I found to be quite nice, except for the woman working the gate, because here's the other, you check in online, you can get any seat on that plane. They don't care if you're traveling with your partner, your wife, your effing kids, nothing. They don't care. They'll stick your asses anywhere on that plane because they want you to pay for your seat. So Lizzie's like 5 rows away. I'm like, all right, I really don't care. Lizzie goes up there and like, hey, you don't mind if we change seats? Well, considering our flight was canceled, now we're on another flight. Flight's completely booked. It's bonkers. So the lady was like giving her a little bit of guff, like, yeah, you gotta, if you want your own seat, you gotta pay for it, or you have to get you another ticket. and then pay for it there and yada, yada, and whatever. And then the same bitch gets on the horn and is like, is there anyone in the terminal who can translate? We need a Spanish translator to come up here. I'm like, what do you mean, fucking work for y'all? Do your job? And Lizzie goes, I was like, I did. I got a big ass chuckle from that, you know. I was like, and she was the only one that had like a real bad fucking attitude. And I guess because she knows that she's not going to get fired because no one wants to fucking work for this place. You know what I mean? No one wants to put up with this shit. Anyhow. So anyways, I walked the entire freaking terminal, just kind of waiting. We got there too early. Yeah, I'm not kidding. She was like, and so I walked terminal. By the time I get back, you know, we're like in zone 3. We're all the way in the back of the plane, which is crazy because we're in the back on that flight. I guess because they combined the flights. We're like row 5 coming home. It was bonkers. Anyway, so flight lands, and I got this mom and like 3 mouthy ass kids, like teenagers. They're like, oh, we're just gonna go, man. We're gonna as soon as the fucking flight. 2 dudes, when the thing landed, the belt, the seat belt there turned off, they grabbed their shit and ran up about 20 rows. I don't know how, like, I heard that this is kind of how it is on Frontier. Like, people are just fucking go. And I'm like, I never seen it. So I just sat there. I don't get up because I'm like, but I did start a stopwatch. I wanted to see how long it would be to get 240 people off the plane before they got to me. So anyways, I got these little fuckers chirping in like the whole fucking time. And the mom just keeps dropping shit. You know, her like AirPod, or I'm not going to say AirPods, her bootleg ass, you know, I don't even know what kind of earbuds they were. Like fell up underneath. Like I had to, she goes, oh, excuse me, sir. She's real nice talking to me though. Real nice. She was a nice lady. She was nice. Her belly hit me a couple times as she's standing there because they got up as soon as the plane landed. But her kids are like, oh, yeah, we're going. She's like, you know, I don't give a shit who gets in our way. We're going to keep going. So I start chuckling a little bit. I'm like, you're children. Not only do I outweigh you by about 140 pounds, but you're fucking kids. Why don't you just shut up? Like, and she said it a couple times. Why don't y'all just shut the F up? You know, y'all talk too much and stuff like that. Anyhow, so we get there, we land, like, hey, take us to Encore. We're going to do some gambling, have some fun. Easy peasy, you know. Lizzie's like, you know, every time we get in a cab or we get in an Uber, she's like, yeah, take us here, and we don't need to see the sights. We need to go, and so they'll gun it all the way there. So it's nice, get things done, and then. But the problem was this: so we get all the way down there. I wanted to go all the way that far north on the Strip because couple things. One, I'd like to check in at the Wynn because they send us offers saying, hey, come on out for whatever. So I let them know that we're there. This worked especially well when we were there 4 times a year, right? Where we pop in for a day trip or we go for, you know, her birthday, my birthday, whatever. The summertime, you know, get away for a weekend. We let them know we pop in, right? So anyway, and then it's also White Castle is like right there. So I had to go to White Castle. The Mirage is shutting down. We get in the Mirage and they say it's shutting down. I'm like, well, they're going to like blow it up. No, they're just like rebranding it. It's like under Unity or some shit. I've never been more pissed in my life getting there because I got there because I was like, oh, Mirage is shutting down. They're just rebranding it. I'm like, this is so stupid. I had a lot of attitude. I wasn't very happy about it. Anyhow, so we work our way over. We go to Mirage and we cut it back across the street. Get some White Castle. I was like, I only want a couple. I'm not. We got the damn suitcase one time, and I finally like read the box how many was in there. I was in Kentucky, and like me, Lizzie, my mom, my stepdad, we went to some bar where it was like $1.50 beers and like karaoke, and we getting poured it on. Like it was. The bill was so damn low that I questioned it at the end of the night. They're like, sir, is everything all right? I go, I don't think you got me for all the beers. And he goes, no. It's 27 Miller Lights times $1.50. You know, that's it. I go, what? I go, oh my God. I go, this is awesome. I was like, here, tip the shit out of them. I was like, thanks for taking care of us. I appreciate it. We'll see you. But anyway, so on the way home, I was like, we're going to stop at a little White Castle action. She's like, hell yeah. So we got the suitcase. It's like 24 or 30 of those. I think it's 30. 30 of those son of a bitches in there. And we ate so many of them. and then had to get up and go to a wedding. Anyhow, so Vegas, I was like, just give me 2. I think she ordered 6 total, so we split so I had 3, she had 3. So we started moving about. It was 110 degrees, 110 in Vegas. It was so damn hot, and excuse me, I could feel the shoes melting. I could, they tell you, heat exhaustion's real. There's a heat warning, this and that. So always trying to pop into casinos, pop back out, but there was a time where you spend 5 minutes outside. It was so effing hot. I couldn't believe it. So Lizzie was complaining that we were walking too much. So we only made it down to Bellagio. We crossed the street, went to Bellagio. We went into Flamingo. We went into Harrah's. And then we're like, let's go across the street. I go, hey, look, it's almost going time. We got to go. Play here for a little bit, play as much as you want, or as high a dollar limit as you want, but we got to go in like 45 minutes. And so we did. Did fine. Thought it was great. Had a good time. Made some dough. And then we're like, all right, let's get the hell out of here. Going back to the airport, smooth, right through, TSA pre-check. Then we're hanging out. And then I get an alert saying the damn plane's delayed by an hour and a half. I look at her, I go, you want to go back to the strip? And she's like, nah, let's just stay here. I want to play here. So I went to a bar. I'm hanging out watching the Mavs game. Mavs just getting their shit kicked in. It's disgrace. We can talk about that later if you want. And then I don't know why I don't want to watch an ad. Anyhow, so there's like a bunch of dudes in there, couples, and they're just tying one on. I'm sitting there watching. One dude can barely stand up. Every time he moves and he stands up, he goes taking 3 steps to rebalance himself. He's all over the effing place. It's bonkers. And I'm like, oh my God. And they're taking shots. They're just getting wild. I'm like, I'm just trying to have a Miller and watch the television. I'm not even sitting at the bar. I'm sitting away from the bar. And so every one of those dudes was on our flight, and we were waiting and waiting. And so anyways, we were so far in the front of the plane that we were the last zone to board. So we're just kind of hanging out. We're watching all these people stuff duffel bags and suitcases and shit. They're like, oh no, this is just a backpack. It's fucking things to roll behind, carry-on suitcase. And they're like, and I'm telling you, they had 2 chicks working that area. It takes forever. I'll tell you right now, it takes forever to board. There's a reason that they start boarding like 45 minutes before. Because they know they have to go through all this bullshit, and they are enforcing the rule, which I'm not against enforcing rules. Not even the least. Because as a person who generally follows the rules, I'm like, fuck it. Rules are rules. Pay the money or just get whatever. I'm also a guy that says we should be weighing ourselves and our baggage for the fare. I'm that guy. So, because I pack light and I'm kind of heavy, but, when you see a couple high-calorie humans roll through with giant-ass bags and everything else, I'm like, we probably shouldn't be paying the same. It costs less to keep me and my baggage in the air than it does them. I'm just saying. Anyways, this beer's delicious. And the cool thing about this Shiner is a 4.9% alcohol by volume. This is an easy day drinker. But it does Schwarz beers, black lagers, they're perfect for fall time. They are. The caramel, the sweetness, the roasted maltiness, the coffee flavors, it really is. It's made for fall time. Maybe a little bit of winter, but yeah, I mean, Jesus, I can't wait. I know we're just getting summer started. We're, slightly in the middle of June here. Trust me, I'm not rushing through summer. I'm here to have fun, party out by the pool. I told Lizzie get the thinnest, skinniest bikini you got, and let's go. I mean, I got some dental floss. I can help you with that. You know what I mean? We can make some stuff happen. Billy Joe's in the house on Facebook. Thanks for the like. I know there it is. There it is. Billy Joe, my man. All right, here's your first joke of the night, boys and girls. The cops came to my door this afternoon and asked what I was doing between 6 and 7. I told them kindergarten. Just took the cuffs off a minute ago. And this week's dad joke is brought to you by JB Carts. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram and at jbcarts.com. Billy Joe, my man. And so, all right, so the flight got delayed. It got delayed again. You're at a point when you're traveling, you're like, just get me home. I just want to get back to Dallas. I want to be home. And that was that point. And we got on the plane and hell broke loose. There's the drunks are on the plane. They're up moving around. There's this goofy ass bastard in front of me that just won't sit down. He's up moving around, going to the bathroom every 10 minutes. I'm trying to go to sleep, just get some sleep. And the middle, so I had a dirt bike accident probably about 20 years ago. Maybe not 20, maybe like 15. No, it's before. Yeah, maybe 16, 17 years. Anyways, so I shot off my dirt bike, and my head landed into a hole, and my whole back like cracked, and it was a weird thing. It was fucking weird. Anyways, so I have like partial numbness around my shoulder blades and my shoulders, and then right down my spine. If I'm sitting for like a long period of time, it starts to kind of hurt, and there's no way to get rid of it. It just sucks. Anyhow, so I can't get comfortable. Lizzie's legs are restless. She's like moving about. Can't get her to knock out. It was just like the longest flight ever. Even though the guy's he's hammering down. We make it home in like 2 hours and 15 minutes or some shit. I mean, I don't know how fast that dude was going, but he was fucking booking it. So we get home, or we finally land. And they're like, welcome back. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we're like waiting to get off the plane. Of course, we're 5 rows back. Easy peasy. Let's go. I just get up and just walk off the plane. That's the cool thing about day trips. There's no luggage. There's nothing you're waiting on. You just get up and go. And just like, we get out of the airport. We get off the plane. We're like, where the hell did we park? Luckily, I took a picture of it. Billy Joe's jumping over. He's jumping all around. He's on YouTube now. Here we go. Joke number 2 of the night, ladies and gentlemen. My dad once told me to put a cucumber in my shorts to attract the ladies, but he neglected to tell me to place it in the front. Jesus. Put it in the back. I don't think it's going to work. I just don't think it'll be that effective in the rear like that. I don't think so. So we get home. Here is. I'm driving home. All we're doing is talk about like the trip. How exhausting it was. And all I could think to myself was, I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing it again. I'm never going on another day trip. That time has passed me because I don't have it in me. And then as we're getting closer to the house, I get home, I take a shower, and I'm like, I could totally go again. Just need to not be so crammed into 5 hours. And it also helped that Lizzie won a shitload of money, and then I won some money. And so it's like, I don't want to gloss over that, but I'm going to say that for Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I do have a whole page of observations, other shit that happened and whatnot. But, I just, I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting older. The last time I did a day trip was years ago. I'm pretty sure it was just me and Alan. I think me and Alan just took off I think it was his damn birthday. To be honest, I think it was his birthday. It was pre-COVID. It was, I think, on a damn Saturday. I got, $100 tickets, if I'm not mistaken. We've done a handful of these day trips, and I like getting out. You get up and you hit the airport. You get out of town about 7 a.m., maybe 8, maybe 9. And then you catch the 8 or 9 o'clock flight home, 6 o'clock, sometimes 7 o'clock. And, if you're feeling like going and you just want to party hard, then you catch the red eye back. You catch the 12:55 flight and you land in Dallas about 6 o'clock. That's it. I made a Patreon video earlier today. If you're part of our Patreon, go check it out. If you are not, you should be. Buy your pals a beer. It's, I think you can get in for $3. It's patreon.com/strikeoutbeer. And so I was just really asking people, like, have you ever flown Frontier? And what's your experience? I need someone to talk me into doing it again. I think so. I really do. Because I just don't see me doing. I don't see myself getting back on there. I've flown, like I said, I've flown Spirit. I don't know how many times. Been flying Spirit for years. The very first time I flew them, and actually was to Vegas, I didn't read or pay attention to anything when I was booking the flight. TJ Burns in the house. What's up, buddy? Hiya, buddy. Hello. And, cheers. Cheers to you. Cheers, buddy. And, I didn't read anything. I thought it was talking about like just, this and that or check bags or I don't know. I didn't read it. So I get to, I'll be honest, a real quick story. We get to the airport and we roll up to the gate and I didn't realize, and I even printed the tickets out at the damn airport, hand passes, not on your phone. So you're having to hit it again. I don't have any bags. I got 2 carry-ons. Lizzie and I have 2 carry-ons. And I'm like, nah. Get to the airport, and I'll tell you what caught my attention. The large carry-on bag, stand at the gate that was probably 2 foot by 4 foot and bright red, $100. And I was like, what the hell is that? And I start to freak the F out because I had no idea. I had no freaking idea. What am I drinking? I'm having a Shiner Black Lager, a little Schwarz beer. Yep. Love it. 4.9% alcohol by volume. Very good. Very good. Schwarz beers are delicious. And they go, hey, just call. If you call the Spirit number right now, you can add it for like $40 or whatever it was, $50. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I was going to throw all my shit away. It was either throw all my shit away, buy new stuff in Vegas, or I'm going to Chili's and I'm throwing away my luggage and throwing my shit into that bag. I swear. That's what I was going to do. I don't handle stress very well when it comes to stuff like that. With travel, I don't know why. There's certain things I can handle very well. There's some things I cannot handle at all. TJ, appreciate that love there on Facebook. So anyway, yeah, never had a problem again. Never had a problem. And that was when these budget airlines were introduced to us. And now it's like, how the hell are we in 2024 and you don't know that it costs extra money to bring a fucking bag on the plane or check a bag? No idea. And you got people getting up on the plane towards the end of at the end of the flight, and they're like, oh, I had to put my bag 6 rows back. I'm like, sorry about your fucking luck, dude. I'm not, if you're 6 rows back, there's 6 seats on each one. So now everyone's got to stop you're stopping, unloading the flight, all that S. Anyway, so back to the unloading. I told you I ran a stopwatch. I want everyone to just chill out when deboarding a plane. Don't freak out. Don't be talking shit. Just chill. Because it took 10 minutes for me to get off that plane. And there was 240 people in front of me. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Chill out. How about not be a prick? Don't be a jerk. Don't think about yourself for like 10 minutes. And you'll be rewarded by getting off the plane anyways. Just be happy you're at your destination. You know what I mean? What do we got here, TJ? The worst part of travel is the airports and baggage. Yeah. Airports don't bother me. Like I was talking about earlier, I got TSA pre-check, and it's easy peasy, Don't be an ass. Yeah, I'm not. I think I've covered this as well. I think on Don't Be an Ass. But yeah, it just, travel for me is less stressful now, I think. I don't know. Here's the issue. And if you've listened to the show for an extended period of time, you've heard this story. I got stranded in Augusta, Georgia once, Atlanta, Georgia. There was a tornado. We went down there for the Masters. There was a tornado. We got caught. I was actually on the golf course when the tornado rolled through. I was lucky to get, we were lucky to get back to the clubhouse and then sit there and drink, watch it blow through. but it screwed up the entire travel for everybody else. So we didn't get an alert till we're like almost to the airport 2 days later. And we're like, hey, flights are delayed. Now all of a sudden everything starts delaying. Everything starts to land. And we're like, all right, so is it every man for himself? Or what are we doing? And I was like, I actually brought up the fact to go, let's rent a car and drive home. Let's get in a car. There's 3 of us because the 4th one stayed behind for an extra day. I was like, let's get in a car and drive. And so we did from Atlanta overnight. Got home at 6 a.m. But that's the thing. Being stranded somewhere, even though it wasn't even out of the country. Now, we had a overnight flight delay. There was a hurricane in Mexico one time, and so we had to stay there. I really didn't freak out. I just went, they put us up at a hotel, a really nice hotel, and I just sat there and drank all night. Like, partied. Had a blast. Watched the storm roll through. But I do have a serious issue now. If you want to call it a phobia, if you want, I have a serious issue with being stranded somewhere. I don't know why. I do not know why. I don't know if and also seeing the snowstorms and whatnot, like out in Atlanta again, I've had friends that got stuck on the road overnight because the highway got shut down. And I'm like, when I first started having to go back to the office, all I could think I got to get home. And like, that shit ruined me. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I don't even know how to get over it, to be honest with you. I have no idea. I have traveled so much since then. I've gone all over the effing place, by car, by plane, and it's still a massive fear for me. Like, I deal with it every single time. But I have a couple beers, then I really don't care. This last time, I think we went to Vegas last year in August. Flight got delayed on the way home. And so I called, I go, hey, and I was just like, hey, it said we got bumped to this flight. I just want to know if that flight's going to leave or not. Because if not, I'm just going to walk to the front. I'm still in the hotel. I'm still at the casino. I'm like, I'm just going to walk to the front desk, get me another night. We're just going to stay one more frickin' night. That's the beauty part of not having kids or not having a responsibility. Now we got a pet at home. Tilly's here, so we have a dog. And so we have to worry about her. And it's like, okay, when are we going to get home? But that night I was like, I'll hang out. I'll hang one more night. Why not? Let's go we'll go have a nice dinner, play some a little bit. We were up a little bit. I was like, I'll give some of that money back. I don't mind about that. So, but yeah, no, I have a healthy fear of just being stranded somewhere. I don't know why. I don't know why. And car wise, like I feel like if we're in a car, I'm like, nah, we can make it. We're fine. We'll leave whenever we want to leave. We were in Florida a couple years ago for a family vacation, and a hurricane rolled through Destin. You can see it coming down the beach. The alarms are going off. Your phones are going off. We had a beautiful penthouse suite. I mean, it was awesome. Awesome. And so we're like, well, let's go on the porch. What do you do when a tornado or a hurricane's coming? You go outside because we're idiots. I assume that, it's just Texas because, that's what we do in Texas. We go outside and look at shit. We're like, oh, see what's going on. And you could see that son of a bitch just coming down the beach, churning up shit. And I was like, well, that sucks. And we were leaving like the next day or day after. I was like, man, I wonder how traffic's going to be. I don't care. We'll get there when we get there. We'll get home when we get home. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about having your own car and not having to rely on a flight, but yeah. Grab a lawn chair and a cold beer and enjoy the ride. I mean, I went on the patio and cracked one. It was late. I was like, I'm on vacation. The hell, The only real problem when you're on vacation, I'll tell you, this is a whole other story. When you're on vacation, the only issue is that they're gonna drag your ass out of bed at 9 a.m. anyways to go to the beach like immediately. No, man, I'm gonna hit the beach I used to get up early. And if I get up, and there's some days where I get up early and I walk the beach and have, whatever, and then go for a swim. But if I'm going out there to post up, I need some breakfast first. Let's see what's going on. Let's have a little chit chat. I mean, I got a house full of freaking people anyways. I got grandkids running around, I mean, last time we had, let's see, me and Lizzie, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 people in the condo. So we're going to see what's going on. And they're going to get up anyways because they're on vacation. They're just as bad as I was when I was that age. I'm like, oh, man, we're at the beach. Let's go. What are we doing? What are we doing? And then at night, you spend all day out. And I don't know if everybody else does this. This is what I do. I spend about 6 to 10 hours on the beach drinking from the time I get there till the time I leave. I probably have a couple pre-gamers. And then, like, I get home, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of tired. I just want to sit here and watch some TV, watch the NBA playoffs or maybe FIFA's going on. And I just want to chill. Like, no, where are we going? We got to go out somewhere. We got to go to dinner. Let's go to dinner with 12 freaking people. Oh, and then we'll go all out and ride. We'll do go-karts and play putt-putt and shit. I'm like, all I could think about is like, Jesus Christ, you know how much that's going to cost me? Ain't nobody brought a wallet. Ain't nobody brought their money. R.I.P. Mavs. Mavs are done. It's over. I said it last night. I was sitting there watching the game. I was like, pfft. I keep waiting for them to get really low, like getting like 10, 15 points down, and then I slip like a $10 to $15 bet to get the points. I've won the last 3 games. Just waiting. So, but I did really think they were going to win the game last night. They ran into a really good Celtics team. We'll talk more about that next week because it should be over by next Wednesday. So, next Wednesday, regular show time, regular show day. I understand we did it on Tuesday this week. That was just because I went out of town, obviously. We got a baseball show dropping tomorrow, SB Baseball Podcast. Alan drops an update every single morning, like anywhere from like 2 to 5 minutes. But we ranked, we talked about our favorite baseball movies today. We took a break, had a little chat. That drops tomorrow. You can get the audio, I believe, about 10 a.m. It'll be available on Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to your podcast, Amazon. And then if you want the video, it drops a little bit later in the day. It'll be on Facebook and YouTube. Check that out. I think Alan only froze up like once or twice, so it's a remarkable episode. Let's be honest. And then no fantasy football episode this week. Next week we start the rankings. Very excited about that. I'm ready. I'll be honest with you. We're 2 months, less than 2 months away from the Hall of Fame game. Get that blood pumping, baby. Then 2 months and a week from drafting. A lot of people drafting. Mickey Tettleton had the best batting stance ever. I like Gary Sheffield's stance. I was a fan of, what's that guy's name from the Sox? I'm going blank on it. He's got a weird last name, but he'd hold the stick up late and he'd hold it up here. Who's check? Coach. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah. Again, I'm having Shiner Black Lager. This is the Bohemian style Black Lager. It's quite nice. Easy drinking. It's a nice little Schwarzbier. I think next time I won't leave it in the fridge for so long because this is something you want to drink fresh. So, hey, my boy, my international kid. So, yeah, I got a son that's out there in Albania right now, just traveling the frickin' world, living his frickin' just being him, right? So, he'll be out there. I heard he got the someone tightened the leash on his ass, and he's going to be showing up about 4 months earlier than he was supposed to. But yeah, no, my kid's out there just living his dream. It's crazy. It's good to see you, boy. It's late. Oh man, you at a bar right now, Ty? I think they're like 6 or 7 hours. Are they 7 hours ahead of us? Something like that. He'll send me messages, like text messages and movies at like 3 a.m. He's at some bar just shutting it down. Everything's so cheap out there. I was like, man, I kind of want to go out there for a little bit, see what's going on. But that's me. I always want to go stay somewhere for, so like 6 months. Like when I first visited New York, I was like, I'll go live in New York for 6 months. And they're like, oh, well, how are you going to afford it? How are you going to, whatever. I'm like, I'm going to live in a small ass apartment. I want to live in Lower Manhattan. That's where I want to live. I want to hang out, go to bars, I'll work from home, and then I'll hit the bars. I always want to just travel and see. I want to visit Iceland and Scotland. Yes. I still haven't been to Ireland. I haven't been to England. That's kind of where I was telling him. I was like, hey, I'll meet you over there. And then I was talking like, well, maybe Germany. I don't know if I can go for Oktoberfest. I just don't think I can do it. There's too many people, to be honest with you. Old school's in the house. What is going on, sir? How are you doing? Happy Thursday to you. I'm almost done with this one. We're about to get out of here in a second. But yeah, I like traveling, but I'm afraid of being stuck somewhere. But I think I would go live somewhere for like I said, 6 months. Find me an apartment. I shot him down when he brought it up. But that was like the dad in me being like, you don't know what's over there. You be careful. I'm very cautious when it comes to that kind of stuff. Very cautious. And then you realize that they're 20 years old, they're 21, they're 24, they're and they're going to do whatever they want. And so then you just encourage them. You're just like, do it. Go. LOL, Bill. Did I miss a comment? What'd I miss? And so I'm actually happy. I'm proud of them for getting out there and just seeing the world, because this is the time to do it. When you're young, you're not married, you don't have any kids, it's time to go. I didn't do anything when I was that age. I mean, I went to Alaska, right? But I was 19. I was going to go to Alaska, University of Fairbanks and whatnot. And, did you see his comment? Yeah, his joke. Yeah. He's had a couple. He's had a pretty good couple there. Yeah. He's had some good jokes. But, it's like, I'm just going to move. I'm going to go. And then it's like, I don't do anything. Okay. But now we get to travel places. Lizzie and I, obviously being empty nesters and things like that, we're like, okay, we're going to go here and do this and do that. We're going to be up in Boston in August. We're going to go to the Rangers and the Boston Red Sox game. I wanted to go up there in September I want to go to Salem, because, we're big Halloween people. We love it. And I was like, let's go up there. So I got a couple friends up there, co-workers up there as well, that are like, October, you will not make it in October. It'll be bonkers. I was like, well, maybe September then. Maybe. And then I was like, what do you think about August? He goes, you're going to love it in August, because the crowd hasn't started yet. Everyone's back in school. Temperature starts to drop up there. It's going to be pretty cool. Sorry I'm behind it. Just glad you made it home. I'm telling you, dude, old school. Oh my God, it was a travel. Go back and listen to the stories. It was a beating. But there was kind of like highlights. I'm going to talk more in depth about it on either Sunday, because I'm probably going to do the Sunday special, or we're going to talk about it on Wednesday. We're going to be back, like I said, we're going to be back to our normal schedule programming for a Wednesday live stream, 8 p.m. You better take pics in Boston. Fenway's on my bucket list. Yeah, Lizzie decided to she was like, oh, we'll go watch the Rangers. I wasn't having it. I was like not happy about it. I was like, I don't want to watch my two favorite teams play. I go, that's not something I want. But I was like, you know what? Appreciate you doing it. We're staying close to the stadium. And then we're going to catch an Uber over there, because it's going to kind of work out. We're going to get there the day of the game, then party, go to the game, party, come back. And then the next day we're going to go to Salem, stay there the entire day, then come back, and then we'll get out. That's how we work. I don't go anywhere for very long, not for more than a couple nights. That's just how I operate. Unless I go to Florida or something like that. I'll go to Florida. I'll go to the beach for a week. That's what you get out of me if it's a trip like that. So yeah, of course I'm going to take pictures. I take pictures of everything. Out there just taking shots. If we got cool seats, maybe we'll get there early and I'll just be like, hey, I'm trying to get some autographs or something like that. I'll fanboy over everybody. I'm hoping to run into David Ortiz. It's long shot, but I'm hoping to run into him. Yeah. So yeah, that's my trip to Vegas. That's me flying on Frontier. Like I said, if I posted a video on patreon.com/strikeoutbeer, looking for some suggestions, some other things. I don't know if I'll ever fly again or fly Frontier again. Listen, a couple final thoughts. I understand. This is why I fly on Spirit and Frontier, because you agree to fly me 1,000 miles west, 1,000 miles east, round trip for $40. You can't beat it. Even if you have to buy, I was just hopping in the stream after watching the Mavericks highlights. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tyler's texting me. I'm still live, but he always texts while I'm live. Big Poppy. Yep, Big Poppy. And so you know what you're getting into. And you accept, you're going to have some crazy passengers. It's probably not going to go as smooth as you think, things like that. But, I I gave it a shot. Never flown Frontier before. It was hesitant. I've always been hesitant about it. And I think we just happened to be on a weird day. Our flight, or one of our flights got canceled, and then the other one, got delayed. So it is what it is. I think the next time I'm going to give Frontier one more chance, and I think it's going to be when I want to go to Denver for a weekend or a night. I don't want to do a day trip to Denver. I could. You get there early, hit some breweries and things like that, but I don't want to be rushed. I want to go to Denver, hang out downtown. I'd like to get there before the end of the baseball season because the Rockies play downtown. Stadium looks amazing. The backdrop's gorgeous. I just want to see that as well. If I can't, I know it's late in the year now where, okay, it's going to be next year. Next year I'm going to go to like 5 stadiums. And I don't care which 5. I'm just going to go to 5 freaking stadiums. I hope to make it up to, I've talked to Old School several times about going up to Kansas City. I want to see the Royals. I do want to see the Chiefs play as long as they're not playing the Bengals. I think we're going to Kentucky in September. The Reds are playing the Pirates on Saturday, like Friday, Saturday, possibly Sunday. And then the Bengals are playing, I think, Washington or something on Monday night. So it sounds like a busy couple months, and that doesn't sound like me, but I guess it is me. I don't know. We're always busy. But let me knock this back. I'll give you my final thoughts on that, and then we'll I know I already said final thoughts once, but I'll give you my final thoughts on this beer. Cheers. Cheers, everybody out there. I hope you had a wonderful week so far, and happy Thursday, Friday Eve. Cheers. There you go. So, again, that's Shiner Black Lager, 4.9% alcohol by volume, 18 IBUs. It's a beautiful Schwartz beer. You should be able to get this beer. If you're listening, if you're in the U.S., you should be able to get your hands on this beer. They do distribute, I think, across the nation, if I'm not mistaken. And this is, as I mentioned before, this is available year-round. I've had it out of cans. I've had it on draft. I've had it out of bottles. I like draft and I like bottles. Cans, when they sit too long, you get the metallic taste. I call it the nickels. It tastes like you're drinking from a nickel canister or something like that. But I like draft, but bottles, the black lager in the bottles, I think is best. I really do. And this thing's been around since 2007, so they know what they're doing. This is a fan favorite, obviously, and people get after this. I'm going to have it again fresh in September. So even though this one, I don't know if that's the Best Buy date or if that's the bottle. I assume it's the can date. I can't even read that anymore. But yeah, there you go. Went to Vegas, flew Frontier. On the fence about flying Frontier again. I'll be back in Vegas in 2 months. 2 months from now, in 10 days, I'll be back in Vegas. I'll fly Southwest. I know it's not technically a budget airline, but you can throw all your bags in there. They don't give a shit. They're just like, hey, bring as many bags as you want. We don't care. Bring them all. And so I bring something weird that I do. I bring a fan with me. It's like a little circular fan about like this big that I bring with me because I got to have that fan on me at night. I got to have the noise. Unless I'm standing at the window, I don't give a shit. I hit the button for all the blinds to close in. You don't hear anybody. You don't hear shit. That's just one of the things. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I fly again. Chris in the house. What's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you hit. But yeah, dude. Appreciate that like too. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go into more depth. I'm telling you right now, I made a list of comments about this entire trip. I'm gonna hit them on the later shows. I wanted to just kind of touch base, have a beer, and chat about my flight. Chat about my adventure out there. Like I said, when you go to Vegas, it helps when you lock up a machine in the airport. Yeah. So Lizzie, she can always get things, she always wins. I can't, I know this is a quote from my father, but it rings true. We have the worst luck when it comes to certain things. And he's like, I can't even get a payphone to work in Vegas. If you don't know what that is, kids, that's back in the day. They used to have phones that were attached to walls and you could, call and this and that, to put a quarter in there or call collect. Nor flying or just in front of Frontier for right now. Yeah, of course I'm going to fly. I fly Southwest everywhere. And then American's my second favorite. Yeah, I fly American when I go to New York. Like every single time I go to New York, I fly American. Southwest for everything else. Yeah. Makes it easy. It really does. But yeah, for Frontier, it's going to be a little bit before I hop back on one of their planes. Even though the staff was very friendly. Very friendly. They were nice throughout the even the flight back with Lizzie and her legs being all antsy. And, she was like, if you got to stand up, come stand up here, and just, but you got to go sit back down. You can do it every so often as much as you want. Just get up, move around or whatever. And so, yeah, they're very friendly, very friendly. So, but yeah, I can't deal with delays and cancellations. That's the kind of shit that just wears me out. And if it's on a day trip, it makes it even worse. Like I mentioned before, if we're there for a couple days, I tend not to care. Because then I just want to know, hey, is the plane leaving or not? Because if not, I'm not leaving the hotel because I got luggage. And I can spend one more day in the desert, baby. I'll hang out. I'll go to the pool. I'll go to the bars. Shoo-wee. I'm telling you. So, but I'm RD. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate y'all popping in on this Thursday. A little impromptu live stream. This is all Whiskey's fault. He started talking about me streaming again, and it led to, me going live on RD3D, or is it Rapid? I think it's called Rapid Dave on Twitch. But I was like, you know what? I got to talk about this trip. I want to have a little conversation. I'm about to go have me a little, another little drinky poo before we call it a night, because when I got home, I slept great. And I didn't have to take any naps. I only got like 6 hours of sleep, baby. I'm burning it, but I got to wake up early tomorrow. But I'm going to have just one more drink, and then we're going to call it a night. But again, big thumbs up for the Shiner Black Lager. Not so much thumbs up for Frontier, but we'll talk more about that. There's more to come. What's old school say? I was in Vegas and had a $1 margarita and ended up sleeping in the toilet. Oh, buddy. When they do, I don't mean to keep going. I know I said I'm going. I know it. When they do drink specials and shit like that, I cannot say no. And there's a place on the Strip. It's attached. I don't know the name of the place, but it's got the White Castle's there, and then there's you can't see the hotel, but it's like it used to be like the Irish place or whatever it was called. Anyways, it's like Casino Royale. That's the name of it. And so they used to do like 50-cent drafts. Of course, it's like 8 ounces, but it's 50 cents. So you're sitting there just going to town. And that's also attached to one of the hotels. It's close to Flamingo or Harrah's. There's one of those that have, like I mentioned this on the other show as well, they have the liquor store up front, so you can walk by and get like a frozen reader or something like that. But also, they've got a deal on like 32-ounce Miller Genuine Draft, or is it Miller? It's the bronze or copper color one, right? It's 32 ounces, and it's 2 for $5. Like, you are going to get effed up. And I get one every single time. I didn't get it this time. I actually just got, holy crap, that's the place. I'm telling you, they do drink specials like that, dude. I'm telling you, they do it. They don't care. It's so much fun. And I'll tell you something else about Casino Royale. It's actually one of my favorite casinos. It's so low rent. There's a White Castle attached to it. In the back, there's a Nathan hot dog stand where you get a foot long for like $3.49. There's a Subway shop there. They have a craps table where it's like $2 min bet. You can essentially sit there and spend $20 and get absolutely wrecked. You might win some money. You might have a great time. Well, you will have a great time. Low ceilings in there. Yep. The ceilings are super low. Sometimes they have the mirrors on top too. They have the mirrors in the back too to make it look bigger. But yeah, no, I love that freaking place. I love it. Love it. Go there every single time because, like I said, that's where White Castle is. And yeah, no, Alan and I went in there and we posted up for a while. And most of the time, I don't, even in bigger casinos, I don't wait around for a drink or wait staff, even though there was wait staff around. I didn't actually get a drink from a waiter or a waitress this time around. I buy my own beer. I go into, there's CVS's everywhere. Pop in there. It's $3 for a 24-ounce Miller Lite. So I do that. And if I'm in a casino and I can't make my way out, I'll go to whatever their little shop is, and especially if it's an MGM property, you get two. Let's go Celtics! Oh boy, you get you'll get two drinks for, I don't know if it's like $16 or 20 or whatever it is. I don't know, but they're 24 ounces, so you're getting like 4 drinks for $20. I'm okay. I'm more than okay for paying for that. If you, and it comes with a free shot, so you get like Fireball or Tito's or something like that. If you, Lizzie got a Jello shot this past time, but if you don't want that, you show them your card. You get like a 10% or 20% discount. And I recommend showing your card because then they know, they swipe it and it goes towards your points. It helps you level up. I could talk more about that later. We'll go through that. But yeah, no, I had a blast, and that is one of my favorite casinos. It's so low rent. Other than that, there's several other casinos. Maybe I'll do a casino talk one night, and we'll go through it. I know you're a Dallas fan. I mean, yeah, I like the Mavs. I'm not a Mavs fan. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Like, the Celtics were rolling. I'm like, yeah, Dallas might have a problem here. They might have a problem. I'm a Stars fan. So when they got eliminated, I was more pissed. So in the Metroplex, I like the Rangers and I like the Stars. I don't like the Cowboys and I don't care about the Mavs. If the Mavs are winning, I'm here for it, right? But Luke is actually turning me off from the team for being such like kind of a whiner. He's got the amazing talent. The guy's awesome. And him and Kyrie play together amazingly. But he wants he fouled out last night. He actually hit the under. He fouled out with like a couple minutes left. Just being a dumbass. Do you like pickle juice in your beers? I've had pickle juice beers. Martin House has the pickle beers. And they make like 10 variations. But yeah, no, I don't put pickle juice in my beers. When you start talking pickle juice, it's more of a, what they call them picklebacks, right? So if you take like a stout shot of something like, whatever, you slam that, behind it or something. But yeah, Chris, I just saw that. What's up, Busty? Man, I just saw that comment. I'm with you on the Luka take. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. He's slow to get back on defense because he's too busy bitching. And it's just getting annoying. It is so annoying. But he needs to stop yelling at the rest. He does. I agree. Get back and play defense. They're not going to call everything. They're going to let some things happen. And then you being a problem, what happens then? You're a problem. You complain about everything. You're going to get less calls. And then when calls against you, they're going to hammer you. So, yeah, no, we talked about this on Strikeout Beer a handful of weeks ago. And I was like, dude, sometimes you cannot watch him play because he is that annoying. He's such a great talent, but he is whiny as shit. He puts LeBron James he to shame when it comes to that shit. You know what I mean? Like, LeBron bitches about everything. Luka bitches about everything. Oh, they got a nice beer snake going there. I like that. I had to explain what a beer snake was to Lizzie the other day. That was a fun little day. Yeah. Anyways, let me get out of here. It's been an hour. I appreciate every single one of you popping in, saying hi, getting involved. You can catch this show if you hear this show and you're like, man, sounds like he interacts with the crowd. Him and Alan, they talk to everybody. Like, yep, we do. Get in here. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X. Hell, I even think Kick at this point. Get in here. Say what's up. Say hi. But appreciate y'all being here. I got to go. You guys have a phenomenal Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I should be back for the Sunday night stream. Appreciate it. I'll see y'all next time. Adios. Thanks for listening to Strikeout Beer.